Good afternoon. And for a lot of you guys, happy almost New Year, unless you're in Australia. I think in Australia, it's already the New Year. But I'm here in California, nice and sunny. I don't know if you can see the weather. It's freaking amazing outside. Super nice. Today, I want to just go over a couple things to help you kick ass in 2021. All right, we all have these goals, just like our clients, who set goals. And, most of them don't accomplish their goals. Same thing, even for us as coaches is we have to get good at what we do and setting goals. And we have to be specific on certain things in order to make sure that they happen. So today, just want to go over some things that have been very helpful for me in the past that have helped me really kind of kick ass and just kind of, crush the goals that I set out. And I want you to be successful too. So, there's a few things that you can do to really, kind of catapult you into that next, new realm and make sure that you actually sustain these goals that you set out. So the first thing that a lot of people that don't reach their goals do is they set, these freaking ridiculous goals and ridiculous amount of goals, right? They might have like 25 things, they write them all, or they don't even write them down. They just think about them. And they're like, I want to accomplish this, and then I want to accomplish this. And then everybody who says anything to them, they're like, oh, that's going to be a New Year's resolution that I'm going to set for myself. But, why don't they actually accomplish that? There's a couple of reasons why. Well, one of them is because if you set too many goals, you're not going to accomplish anything. You're going to maybe start a little bit of everything and get nothing done at all. So what I would suggest doing is just create maybe like the top 5 to 10 at the very most of the goals that you need to hit. Like, these are the super important, like, get your mind straight. This would accelerate my business and help me become the type of person that I want to do. So just write down 5 to 10 things and don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it where there's like 20, things in there. And, there's been obviously psychological studies that have shown that, if you create more than 10 goals, that the brain can't handle that. So then you don't even accomplish them. So that's going to be the first thing, is just set 5 to 10 goals. Second thing is, and this is something that I've gone into in the past, is make sure that your goals are SMART goals, right? Or even smarter. So you have your specific, right? They have to be very specific. You can't be bland with your goal, just like your clients, right? They're like, oh, I'm going to lose weight in, 2021. Well, how much freaking weight are you going to lose? What's going to be, the key indicator that's going to push you, right? You can lose, an ounce, and that doesn't mean that you're going to reach your freaking goal. So you got to get very specific, okay? That's going to be the first thing. Get specific. And then, make your goal measurable. So how much, if it's financial, like, how much do you want to make? Is it, $100,000? Is it, $200,000? Is it, $20K a month? Whatever your goal is, be very measurable with it, as opposed to just, I want to go online, this year. Then that's not going to do you any good. So make sure it's measurable, very similar, to specific, but, I want you to get detailed with this. Okay. The next thing is going to be actionable. So with actionable, you have to put a verb behind it. So it has to be something that you're going to do. Like, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to run, this, or I'm going to lift this much weight, or, I'm going to start doing this, or I'm going to eliminate this. Put an action behind it, right? That's the A in there. And then the R is for realistic, obviously. And I'm sure maybe you guys have heard of these SMART goals before. You want to make sure it's realistic. I wouldn't say that I'm going to be like a professional NFL, player next year, right? So I've been out of football for a long time. This is going to kind of date me, but we'll just say I've been out for a long time. So it's not going to be realistic for me to say that I'm going to walk in and be the next 49ers star linebacker. So make sure, even though I would want that, but make sure it's realistic, right? And then you want to make sure it's time bound. So you want to have specific time attached to your goal. So if it's, you want to get your first 10K months, you want to give yourself 90 days to get your first 10K months, or whatever it is, right? You have to have a timeline attached to this. Otherwise, this can drag off into eternity. So you have to make sure that you have the time stamp on there, right? So what is a goal without a timeline attached to it? It's just basically a dream or an aspiration, right? It's not anything. So if you want to make it a true goal, put a friggin' timeline on there, okay? You gotta be different. So then there's if you want to go a little bit more specific, and you add the ER, so it's going to be smarter. So the E is going to be exciting. So obviously you want this goal to be something that freaking wakes you up, gets you out of your bed in the morning, and you're excited to kick ass and take charge of. So the E is a goal that is going to be exciting you. You don't want to do this goal because your significant other wants you to do this. Like, I'm going to make my bed every day so I don't get yelled at by my wife, right? It's not going to be something like that. It's got to be something that's going to be because of you on what you want to do. So make sure it's exciting, and then make sure it's also relevant, right? Your goals want to be relevant to what you're looking to accomplish, right? So if you're looking to build your online fitness business, you're not going to basically have a goal of, oh, I want to, fish in, all over in Japan, for the rest of my life. So, unless it correlates to what you're looking to do. So, that's going to be super important. So that's the smarter. And the third thing that I want you to do is I want you to actually write the goals down, right? There's been studies that have shown that it's almost 50% more impactful, and you actually get the shit done if you write it down on paper. So don't just think about your goals like, oh, these are the top 5 things I want to accomplish. You have to write them down. Okay, so make sure if you don't have those goals, do it right now. Pick up a pen, pick up a paper, write down your top 5 to 10 things that you need to crush in 2021, okay? And then, the fourth thing is to actually review these goals frequently, right? The number one reason why people fail to reach their goals is because they don't review them, right? They think about them maybe for the first few days after a new year, and then, what happens to them? They go by the wayside. This is just like our clients, the same type of thing. So make sure that you actually review these. I would suggest for their first 90 days is that you review your goals on a daily basis. So every single day, you want to review your goals, okay? And that's going to make it where it happens, right? So, your reality is going to actually come forth. So give me a like if you freaking agree with me on that. Right? So you're going to do that. The next thing that you're going to do is you are going to share your goals with selected people, right? So with people that are going to support you. So not with people who don't support you. You're going to just do this with people who will support you, that'll hold you accountable, and that you'll get some type of, accountability from. Accountability is going to be huge, right? So there's been studies also that show that you get the same satisfaction by actually sharing your goals as you do in accomplishing them. Okay, so I hope that helps. Write your goals down. Give me a like if this freaking, triggered you to actually take action on here. And I would love to see, your top three business goals. Go ahead and put them in the comments below if you're actually reading this, if you're an action taker, because if you don't take action, that's just like a client where it basically doesn't get done. So comment below, let me know top 3 business goals that you are not wanting to do, but that you are gonna do in here. And I want these goals to be uncomfortable for you. You wanna get out of your comfort zone. If it's something that you're comfortable doing, that you're already doing, get rid of that goal, right? We don't want it to be delusional where, it's something that is just kind of like way off the mark, but you want it to be something that is, get you out of your comfort zone, okay? So if this was helpful, let me know in the comments below. So yes, it helps. And you can use these same tips for your clients. Okay. So happy New Year. Be safe. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care.